YouTube. Hello to my Rumble users. Today we're going to talk about why I haven't been posting on YouTube often here. Reason number one, my mom has been on a trip overseas, so I have to do chores more often, such as watering the plants, feeding her birds, feeding her fish, and obviously cleaning the table, emptying the trash. Like doing all of these chores, I have to do these way more often, and it takes away a lot of my time, especially with homework. So that's the reason, first reason, I haven't really been on YouTube that much. Life has been taken over, but I'll be posting sometime this week since my mom's gonna be here this week, and she's gonna take over some of those responsibilities. Most importantly, the reason two here is that a trinary friend group of like three girls that I was hanging out with, they rejected me today during my lunch period. Basically, what they told me is that they didn't want me to hang out with them, or they don't know. Let's say that they're uncomfortable with me, at least what they said, and they practically told me that they don't know why I want to be with them. So that's the reason that they kind of said, well, we'll break it down later on here. So basically, you guys know, at least for the people in real life, I tend to dress more practical. I dress like simple black shirts along with like gray or green pants, along maybe like a pair of glasses or something like that. And obviously, too, I do look way less attractive compared to like other people, I guess. And that's what I've kind of led them to them thinking like maybe I was a creep or something. And I also text people more often. They may also have misinterpreted that as me being a creep too. So I understand because it's kind of like a mismatch in style. It's a mismatch in communication standards. So I understand why they would have thought that because, I just kind of just joined their friend group at random, just joined to ask to join them randomly. So I understand why. But the reason I also say this is that them telling me without asking like the reason why I want to be. They didn't ask me like why do you want to be with us? Why do you want us to hang out with you or you to hang out with us? They didn't really do that duty of inquiry to ask about that. So when they just told me to leave, I just think it's kind of like a no-go zone. You don't go back to them because it would be really awkward going back because they clearly they made it clear to me that they do not want me. They reject me completely. So that's the reason I think I'm not going to be really hanging out with them anymore. I'm just back on a new search to find more people. And I know a lot of people out there from my YouTube fans. I know some people still think I'm cute. And if I'm cute, then why am I getting rejected? Well, it means a lot of things when it comes to personality, when it comes to mismatches in social cues, when it comes to mismatches in style, when it comes to like general mismatches in superficiality, essentially speaking. People can misread you if you don't put yourself out there, at least in a way that is socially comfortable. It'll take a little bit, obviously, for the people who are willing, but for the superficial ones, you'll just get rejected outright, particularly speaking. But as I said out there, we're going to talk about the future versions of ourselves, right? Whether there's a girl out there in the future or when I become a big YouTuber talking about the pleasure that it expels on my personal channel. Or maybe some on my gaming or other personal videos talking about my increasingly complex feelings or whatever's been going on in my life. Whether I get like a famous YouTuber like Mr. Beast, which I still really doubt I will become famous, or maybe like a small to intermediate fan base YouTuber with a small fan base, good fans, appreciative people, or maybe I just end up becoming like a regular man like everyone else in the world. Regardless of these versions of me, future me or whether that's tomorrow or these versions now, they are waiting for me to make the decisions that are going on now. Whether the recognition that I get from my YouTube channel, from my editing, or whatever from my personal channel, the recognition for this, whether it's from the outside or the inside, it is still waiting for me. I must serve future me, and that sometimes means making hard decisions. Should I hang out with this friend group? Should I talk to them again? If I'm not valued here, I still have value, even if someone thinks that we don't have value. Kind of like this too. I must also understand the future versions of myself when I make these decisions. Will I regret it or will I not? This also connects back to my cosmic girl theory. I'll link that at the end of this video. But just like John Locke, an enlightenment philosopher, I still deserve the three tenets of life before government that predates any friend group, that predates any war or anything. Life, liberty, and prosperity. Alright? And the reason I say this is I want to share these tenets with other people. I want to be happy with other people. Thing is, yes, I do deserve to be treated as an equal. I do deserve to have the pursuit of peace, security, happiness. My life is to be governed by the principles of me and not to be subject arbitrarily to superficial standards. I have full self-governing control over who I am, regardless of what other people think of me. I am not to be ruled by a group where there is arbitrary and knee-jerk thinking that is placed over genuine and rational critical thinking. Akin to Thomas Hobbes, I'm willing to give up some of my freedom and time and energy to find a social place where I am appreciated too, not a place where we suck all of our energy away or not appreciated enough. Right? And just like I say, y'all, I deserve the right to self-govern and regulate myself as I am a human being. All right, John Locke, if he was to view this now, he would still see that I still have three tenets, core tenets, regardless of what others think. The big truth is, I'm going to nuance these points a little bit. Life hasn't been really easy on me the past few years. I'm not claiming victimhood here in that this was like a terrible high school situation. No, I'm just reasserting my right to full self-governance and independence. But I also need to be somewhere with someone. I need to be in a warm group where I can be accepted in a place that contains warmth. All right. The truth is, I'm here to balance myself in that I do deserve to self govern. I have my maximum self governance, as said in Adam Smith and John Locke's ideas of the Enlightenment. But the truth is, too, I need somewhere to belong. I need somewhere to belong to. I need people to hang out with. I need people that can trust me and people that I can trust too. I need people that are willing to see me as me. All right, whether it be the future version of me that's super famous online, or maybe it's a future version of me that just ends up becoming me without the YouTube fame. Whether these versions or not, I just need somewhere to belong. All these future versions of me now, they are waiting on what I am going to do in these high school years. The post me graduation, they're waiting. What friend group will I join? What effect will they have? That's what I'm saying here, y'all, is that I've been expanding my time away from online to also find a place to fit in, find a group to belong, find a place that has warmth. And it hasn't really been easy. It hasn't been easy trying to do so. I've already been rejected by a friend group, and I'm probably gonna get rejected again. It's gonna be like trial and error, trial and error. The truth is, I may not post as often. I may not be as active as my most active self, maybe. And high school is only temporary. YouTube remains on the web forever. Outside the high school social games, we still have potential. We are still people, regardless of what other people think. And I'll be honest, y'all, will there be challenges? Yes. Will I make flaws? Yes. I am still human. I still feel. I still have a heart and emotion. Stuff just happens. Stuff happens. Other people recognize me. And that what I did on that other anti-bullying short video, I already made an updated video to that. What they said directly contradicts what the group thinks of me, what other people in high school think of me. That means if the social world of high school doesn't recognize my worth, but the real world, right, does, then that means we have intrinsic value. John Locke was right. We're just in the wrong place. We deserve to be somewhere where it can be warm. But maybe I will make this world a better place. Maybe there will be time. It will happen. Sometimes it will keep things going. Sometimes we'll have to go through this or that. It's just been difficult, like life after my grandma died of cancer, also after, my mom's becoming more of an increasingly complex character to deal with. My dad too, it's kind of increasingly complex. Life has been like pushing on me. Imagine as a star out there that its internal radiation is pushing against gravity. Gravity pushes down on the core. Just like life, I'm kind of being pushed down too. I just honestly don't know where to go. Sometimes you just gotta plot yourself in the right soil. Time keeps things going. But the truth is, we must be able to be in the right place at the right time. We must also, like everyone is a plant, we must put ourselves in the right soil. Alright? Sometimes it's seasonal, sometimes it's perennial. All I say is, is that this is gonna be one hell of a journey. More videos will be out this week, yo. Expect more episodes for Security Briefed. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for listening if you watched this all the way. Love you guys.